Well, it appears that the Metropolitan Police Wrongun that we reported on last Wednesday, Cliff Mitchell, who was actually hired by the Metropolitan Police following an investigation into him for child offences and who then went on to indecently assault and kidnap a woman at knife point, was actually excluded from the police's latest PR stunt of going back through police who have had allegations made against them in the police's new drive to appear to be taking action against bent plod. Yes, the Metropolitan Police's drive to identify and deal with rogue police constables, which is being called Operation Onyx, and which was started after David Carrick was identified as being one of the most prolific sexual offenders we've seen, allegedly never actually looked at allegations made towards the new employees of the police service before they started, and only looked at allegations made against them once they were hired. So I kind of asked myself what initial checks police do before people get accepted for the training. I was pretty sure that they would at least look into your criminal history and or record, which would include allegations made against you. But apparently not. Well, apparently not in this case, but that could be due to their diversity drive, lowering standards so they can hire more people who in many cases can't even do the damn job. Operation Onyx failed to look into Mitchell again, despite the allegations against him for the children offences only being laid in 2017, which left him feeling empowered enough to go on and kidnap a woman at knife point and sexually assault her. In fact, Mitchell only joined the police in 2021, just 4 years from the allegations against him for the children offences, which were NFA'd at the time. However, after the recent offence of knife point sexual assault and kidnap, the previous allegations were reinvestigated and he was found guilty of the offences against children. In fact, he was found guilty of 13 sexual assault charges and 1 kidnap charge. Jamie Klingler, women's rights campaigner and co-founder of Reclaim These Streets, says that the police's Operation Onyx is nothing more than shoving a lot of paper around. Women I've talked to that tried to report something were given technicalities of why their case didn't count and didn't meet the criteria of Onyx. I worry that if the police mark other police homework, there's going to be a lot of things that don't meet a threshold that would meet a common threshold for decency and non-violence against women. What I want is a force free of rapists and men who hate women, beat women and abuse their power over women. I don't think that's too much to ask, but apparently if you can get any loopholes in there, any way you can say it isn't our fault and we can keep these men on the force and maintain their reputations, why is their life and their livelihood worth more than mine? Now, I've got to be fair here, police abuse their power and positions against anyone, men, women, and especially children. Although it is true that the police has the highest rate of domestic violence than any other job or sector, but domestic violence can of course be perpetrated by both men and women. Well, Scotland Yard insists that it is doing more than they've done in decades to rid the Met of those who corrupt their integrity. Maybe, but it's evidently still not enough, is it? Shabnam Chowdhury, former detective superintendent at the Metropolitan Police, said they seriously need to consider now the kind of allegations that have been made against these officers, the intelligence and information against them. There needs to be an overhaul and a review of every officer where there's been some form of intelligence on them, particularly when you're talking about sexual allegations. Now, personally, I don't care how much it costs. Every single plod in the UK should be looked into, and it shouldn't just be allegations made against them. It should be their physical and mental capacity to do the job. Just because somebody's not had allegations against them yet does not mean they haven't done something wrong, nor does it mean they won't go on to do something wrong. So a full psychological review should also be done on every single police constable. The single fact that Mitchell was overlooked for his previous allegations, whereas we, the public, would have had our lives turned upside down for the most pathetic of reasons, once again shows the lengths that the police will and have gone to cover for their brothers and sisters in blue, without a second thought for the people who they took an oath to protect. If you found this report informative, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates and share, and we'll see you in the next video.